Hello everyone, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are decorating an apartment. So this one is supposed to be for a pair of grandparents that are raising two of their grandkids. I think I might have done the same theme in this apartment like a while ago or something. And also sort of kept the layout pretty much the same as the last time I decorated this apartment. I just really like it. It has a nice flow. I promise I'll do something else the next time. The way that it's built right now, I just think it works so well. There's just a nice flow in the apartment. So yeah, that's what we're doing. For a pair of grandparents and then two teens is what I kind of envisioned for the apartment. That sounds like such a big word, envisioned. Anyway, so I am trying to do this a little bit Christmassy. I am trying to add some decor without overdoing it. I have plans to... So this was actually supposed to go up yesterday. I am so behind on like Christmas videos. It's ridiculous. I just have not... Anyway, I am building a house, a Christmas house, that is way too big. So it's taken way too long to finish it, and that's why this video is late as well. And it's just, there's a lot going on right now. Like family is visiting. I was out with my, I went to my dad's yesterday where my sister and my niece is, my like 2-month-old niece. So I had to go out there and spend some time with them yesterday, obviously. And then with wrapping presents and picking up the last presents and preparing and everything, I'm just so behind, oh gosh. But I am counting on having that video done for you, so it'll go up on the 24th, which I'm not super happy with, but I don't know, maybe you guys will appreciate it anyway. So it's definitely going to be very, very Christmassy. So that's the vibe that I want to go for. A lot more than this apartment is, but I still wanted to add some Christmas vibes to it. So you can maybe see it in the color scheme. We're going for like subtle reds and a lot of green and then a little bit of orange as well. Just trying to make it a little bit retro as well, actually. Like I really wanted this apartment to look like for example, the wallpaper I think is very like grandparents like. So I really wanted a lot of items in this apartment to just look like they would be owned by like a pair of old nostalgic grandparents, if you get what I mean. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. That's what I'm trying to do at least. Also added the already decorated Christmas tree, and I think I changed the color of it later, the swatch of it, to the lighter green actually, but I have, been neglecting the Christmas trees in my builds. They just take up a lot of space, and like, if you want to play in the houses and apartments all year round, suddenly you'll have this like that's free space over in the corner of the living room all the time, and that's a little bit annoying. So unless I'm doing a Christmas build or one that like today that is going up on the 23rd, which is obviously for us who celebrate Christmas is like we're getting close, you know. I just wanted to add a little bit of a Christmas touch to it. So anyway, that's what we're doing today. But also have another house going up tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll be sitting here until like 4 a.m. to finish it if I have to. I want the entire day off or tomorrow. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna shower, I'm gonna get ready, and then I'm gonna leave so I can go to my dad's and be with my family. So we'll see how it goes. But I have this is one of those days where I feel like I have to rush everything. So I'm happy that this was already built before, like, I finished it yesterday, I think, or the day before? No, yesterday. So I'm happy that, like, this is already built, so I don't have to feel like don't feel like I have to rush through it. But with voiceovers, I get tongue-tied often when I have those days where I feel like I have to hurry a lot. And right now I'm like, I still gotta do this video, I still gotta do this video, I gotta do this video as well, I gotta schedule these 2 videos, and then I gotta get out the door. Like, there's a lot on my mind right now. I gotta get out the door. So I hope I don't get too tongue-tied throughout this voiceover, but yeah, anyway. I think I'm also doing the other voiceover tonight before I go to bed, so like, if you're watching the Christmas build going up tomorrow, hopefully going up tomorrow, I apologize ahead of time because it's probably gonna be I'm probably gonna sound very tired. So yeah, I don't really know what those things that I'm placing down right now are. Like, they disappear in live mode if you zoom in close enough, but I thought they would look super cool in the windows because you can see these ornaments, yeah, hanging down from whatever. Like, I don't really know what they're for. Are they for hanging on the ceiling or something? I'm not entirely sure, so that's a thing. But I noticed them and I thought they looked cool behind these curtains, the cats and dogs curtains, because they have this like middle piece. I don't know the proper terms for different curtain types. I have no idea. I actually had a conversation yesterday with like my bonus brother, I call him, and he was talking about different things on buildings, and he was saying the Danish terms, and I realized that I don't know the Danish terms because I don't talk about buildings in Danish. I only talk about them in English. Like, it's awkward. So he was like, just assuming, because he knows that I do a lot of Sims builds, he was just assuming that I would know all these things, and I'm like, what is that? What is that? What is that? And I'm just sitting there like, no idea. I have no idea. So that's a bit awkward, but you know, yeah. It's not exactly like, it's not there's a lot of words that you don't learn in school, and also you actually don't learn them in English in school either, but I've learned them through The Sims instead, or through other people's videos. So, or Twitter, for example, Pinterest, so on and so on. But I don't know the different words in Danish because I've never heard them before. So that's a thing. One thing with this apartment is that I really wanted it to be super cluttered because for some reason, that was a weird way to say that, because for some reason, okay, I just have this idea that grandparents are often clutter people. Like, they've collected a lot of things throughout their long life, both from like children but also grandchildren. So they have different things displayed, but then of course they've also purchased some things and they've gotten a lot of presents throughout their lives. So I just had this idea that they're very clutter people, and I wanted to make sure that because of that there's a lot of clutter around the apartment. I will say, ironically though, the most cluttered room in this entire apartment is probably the teens' rooms, or the teens' room, because they do share it. We have this situation in that room. I have done this before with this one because it's a rather big room where I've placed down both of their beds, but they're not like sharing a bunk bed, for example. I've been kind of like trying to place like a bookcase in between so they can have some kind of privacy, if you will. So you'll see that in a second. I had a lot of fun with the layout of it and like figuring out what kind of style to go for as well, because I didn't want both of them to have the same style, but then we have to mix them as well, and it's a whole thing. So compromises had to be made essentially. But this is the they have three TVs around the apartment, by the way. I know that's a lot, but like 2 smaller ones and then the one in the living room. And I don't know, I'm a fan of TVs in bedrooms these days. You'll see that in tomorrow's build as well. I say tomorrow's build, but like I don't know if I managed to finish it in time. Just cross your fingers and toes and everything else, I suppose, for that to be possible. Or to like wish me good luck. I also just don't want to like stay for dinner and then leave right after dinner today, because that sucks. Like, I don't know, that feels weird. So we'll see. I might just have to sacrifice some sleep or something. There's a plant in the hallway of this apartment. Not in like the hallway in the apartment, but like outside of the front door to the apartment. That's clipping with the wall, and I've just noticed, and I don't know if I placed it there or if it's a thing with this apartment building. I don't know, but it's kind of ugly. It's kind of bothering me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, like bothering me just a little bit. So anyway, so this is the listen. I started out placing the bunk bed over there, and then I realized, hey, what is the point in creating this like fake privacy for them when one teen is like raised in the air and can literally like they can look at each other over the bookcases and everything. So I was like, nah, we're gonna figure out something else instead. So I swapped it with this bed, which kind of does have like a boho feel to it, but it's more like modern boho. And then this bed over here definitely has boho vibes to it. So I'm trying to do like basically mixing those two. That essentially becomes modern boho, like, because we're mixing modern and boho, so that's the vibe that we're going for in this room, modern boho basically. And then with not a whole lot of color, but I do add one of those plantsy kind of walls in a bit. I realized that I sound super stupid today, but it's also because I have to hurry, okay? That's my excuse. Thank you for believing me, thank you. Okay, but I had some fun with this one. I don't know, I have not done a lot of these like where you have multiple beds in one room and then have to figure out without using walls how to create some privacy between the two different bed areas of the room, if you will. But I kind of like it. I think it makes sense for teens as well. Like teens can share rooms, but I also like they don't, it's not like they have full-on privacy, but I think for me at least, I just like the thought of someone not being able to see me when I sleep. So like I can share a room with someone, sure, but I don't want them to see me when I sleep. Like I realize that I look dumb when I sleep. I want to keep that to myself. And I don't know, for teens as well, if they're twins, they're probably used to spending a lot of time together, but it's also a small apartment, so like I could have somehow maybe fixed 2 bedrooms like instead of one big one, but I don't think they mind. I think they're very close. I think they're very good friends as well, so maybe that's just my idea of them at least. I don't know. But yeah, so I wanted them to have a lot of books in here, and I also, they do have a console next to their very small TV as well. That TV is actually not that small. Like it's the same size. It's maybe a little bit bigger than my monitors. So it's not really that small. It's like a 26-inch or something. I don't, wait, what, how big is my monitor? Isn't it a 24? I can't remember. It's also weird that you have to call them like inches, because we do that in Danish as well, but I don't always remember how much 1 inch is, so because we use centimeters, so I'm like, I have no reference when I just say 24 inches. I'm like, how much is that? I have no idea. Anyway, that was a side rant. I apologize, or I don't apologize. Lots of rants in my voiceovers usually, so really I would have to apologize in every single video if that was the case, and I am not sorry for it. So but yeah, just a lot of like fun stuff in here, and I love playing around with those posters as well from Discover University because they come in so many different swatches. They all have like their own vibe as well, if you will. And then the last room that we're decorating is the bathroom, which is just the bathroom, super simple, nothing special going on out here as per usual when it comes to my bathrooms, just because I don't care for them. I think they're boring to decorate. But I did raise the shower stall on a platform. Oh, by the way, follow the instructions of both the Patreon post but also the description on the gallery so you know where to raise the platforms, because you can't upload rooms that have platforms. So just so you know, when it's uploaded to the gallery as a room, it doesn't have the different platforms. So follow the instructions that I have written down in the description if you wanna fix it. But we're at the end of the video, so if you guys like this house, apartment, not house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, tray files can be found, I cannot pronounce anything today, but they can be found over on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box as well as in the pinned comment, where you can also find a link to my booktube channel as well if that's of any interest to you. But that's all I got for you guys today, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!